Well, my name is Tanya Rydell. I'm Swedish, living in Denmark, and I've been part of the Island Connect program this year with my project called Endurance. And part of this this time, both in Bornholm in Denmark and on Ireland here in Limerick in IACC, has been Nina as a intern.
Mm-hmm. My name is Nina, and I've been part of this project for the last 2 weeks.
And also part of this project has been Esther Wrobel, who is also based in Denmark, and Lucia Jaén Serrano, who is based in Valencia in Spain. So they have also been an important part of the process. So basically what we've been working on together is to figure out ways of dealing with endurance, both in the body and in a way of thinking long term into an unknown future, because we live in very uncertain times. And so a kind of overarching, if you can call it more theoretical question or more thinking wish, is to figure out how do we deal with endurance into the future. And on a smaller scale, that means also how do we find endurance in the body. So this is because I work a lot site specifically. It was an interesting kind of mix of, I have a wish to work more artistically with forest, with nature areas, with in different places rather than just in a black box or in an inside space. And that is your environment, whereas you wish to explore ways of storytelling and performing in the nature interpretation that you're doing. Of course.
But just to say that has been so much a part of the process as well. Like the first days was actually spent on me learning very, very basic things in a harness.
So that has also, of course, influenced the process. I would say in general, I started already maybe a year or two ago, kind of exploring the idea of what it might mean to move with a wish to sustain the body in a different way. And during the time in Bornholm, it quite quickly came to discovering these 4 different modes and starting to define what is interesting with that in relation to both endurance and what can be interesting as moving into a more performative setting. So the 4 modes are posing or poses, continuation or continuity, slow motion, and jumping. And we've kept it quite open in the beginning, and slowly it started for me to become clear what with each mode is more interesting quality-wise. And then in Birka we had a possibility to work with rope as well, so we did a small exploration in a forest close to Birka, the residency place. But of course here has been really the focus of how do we translate these 4 different modes from the horizontal, like normal way of dancing, into a vertical or verticality or vertical space, using harness and rope. And I forgot to mention that my background is in dancing, contemporary dance. So I came from that, and it was actually Esther Wrobel who has been part of it as well, who introduced me to vertical dance. And this is my first time kind of exploring how I can connect the contemporary dance with the vertical dance, if you can call it that.
Yeah, lovely.